my basic problem is that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to even like crack it. Like I'm not even able to qualify.
Qualifying. Okay.
Yeah, like I took coaching and I did all these things, but
Mm-hmm.
but I'm realizing like I'm not given my full efforts,
Mm-hmm.
and also like okay, like I realize that okay, it's fine. I'm not very serious in
Mm-hmm.
this exam. So, but I just wanted to know like what are the other options, because
Mm-hmm.
what I'm just exploring what can be other options.
Okay. So you'll have to give me three answers. Number one, which year did you pass out? Number two, what is your
17,
branch?
2017,
Okay, what is your branch?
civil engineering.
Okay, how many times have you appeared in gate examination?
Like 3 times.
What were your marks each time?
Like sir, I got only around 20,
Mhm.
21.
Okay, you took coaching as well?
Yeah, I had been to Hyderabad, yes, academy.
Okay, got it. I think it would be something pre-COVID, right? At that time.
Yeah. I just completed my coaching and then it
Mhm.
started.
All right, so you attended all the classes seriously?
Yes. I made all the notes. I understood everything, but very lately I realized, sir, like
Mm-hmm.
I got to know that I am not serious and I'm not doing it in the right way, because I've seen all these toppers interviews and even
Mm-hmm.
your videos on YouTube,
Okay.
like how to exactly revise and all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like I am aware, sir, that I am not serious in my preparation, that I'm not given my
Mm-hmm.
full efforts.
Okay.
I'm very much aware of it, but
Yeah.
so like finally I've decided that I have to move on. Like I can't stay unemployed like this. And
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm very happy that you acknowledge the fact, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay. We all
yes,
choose our own goals. Now,
yeah,
since you have already decided that you want to think about other things apart from gate examination, I'll focus mostly on that. Okay.
yeah.
So, as a civil engineer, and I'm assuming that you do not have any work experience, is that correct?
I worked under like contractor for around 2 years.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that won't be anything of use to
No,
show
no,
it
no,
as
no, no.
experience.
You're mistaken over there. That is of good use. Okay. So you have much more opportunities because you have work experience in the field in which you have graduated. You said contract basis work, or is it like a construction contractor? What is it?
I was working under a contractor, private contractor.
Okay. Related to
Uh,
construction and all.
Yeah, construction only,
Okay.
construction.
So it is from your own field. Now, if you ask me what are your options, I think that if you're saying not gate, then you are also moving away from all the government jobs. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Not exactly, sir, but I want to take a job as a backup.
Okay.
And like I want to get into something which is safe. And yes, I will be trying after that also.
Okay. So number one, you already are aware of the private sector, right? So in
Yes,
that,
yes.
you can build a good profile, update your LinkedIn profile well, look for HRs of various good big construction companies and mail them as much as possible. That is one route. Okay. And then that is the route of the private sector. Okay. Secondly, since you have not cracked gate examination, not even qualified, so you can't really look for MTechs. Okay. Whatever
Yeah.
MTech you'll get, that will not be of much benefit without gate examination. Apart from very few like Bits Pilani and all, which will obviously cost you money. Okay. That is, so we are not going to talk about that. The other is that if you want to move away from civil engineering, which would be very difficult at this point, okay, because you have graduated 4 years ago. If you want to move into, let us say, IT sector, then you have to learn coding, and that would be a whole another mess. Okay. There's one way that will not involve gate, and that is applying for PhDs abroad, or if you have financial support, then applying for MS abroad. That is also a very viable option if you are looking for that. Now, MS abroad will involve a lot of money, in which most likely you will have to take loans. Okay. And PhD, it does not involve the same. And that is why I'm saying that your involvement with construction companies or whatever your work experience is, that is going to play its part now, because you have some practical experience, and that will help you a lot to write down your SOP, your statement of purpose. Okay. So when you have given gate examination and you're thinking that I'm not going to appear in gate anymore, it is not the end of the line. And if even if you are still saying that I'm going to continue on the core field, that is civil engineering, these are your options. All right. And if you want to prepare with a job, then the private sector would be the only way to continue on working as well and at the same time preparing. But if you're going for PhD abroad, then you're completely walking away from competitive examinations, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Like what I have decided is there is one like newly launched this one company. It is called Relevel, sir. It is by Academy.
Got it. Yeah, I know about it. Yeah.
So when I was just going through their website, like they have good options of getting into IT.
Yeah.
Like they say, you don't have to be having any kind of experience. You just have to score more than 700 in our test.
Yes.
And you will be getting into any of these companies. So they will give us the interviews from these companies.
Yes.
What they mentioned.
Yeah, that is what I was talking about. When you're looking for private sector, E-Level is a good platform. Other than that, there's a one from Great Learning as well. Okay, so it is very similar.
Data science and all.
Yeah, you can look at that, and I'm pretty sure there would be like half a dozen more. Okay, so that is the pathway of a private sector, right? So you'll have to be very active. You'll have to be applying for these jobs, and it is very viable. Okay, a lot of people, not even with engineering, getting a lot of these jobs. Okay, so you can certainly do that. Even I've seen like people who have done BBA and all, they're doing perfectly fine. Okay, one example was Gagan only, who came on my podcast. So he has no formal education when it comes to computer science or data science, but he just did a lot of projects, and right now he's working in Ernst & Young, right?
Actually, I live in Bangalore, sir. So here, the IT is very good.
Correct. Yeah. So you are in the right spot, because you are in Bangalore, you are in IT hub, so you can apply more, right? Try your hands. So if you are walking away from gate examination, these are also very viable career trajectories, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is all the same, and I've seen.
Sir, I wanted to know one more thing. Through GATE score, sir, there is one more paper called as Environmental Science for Civil Engineers.
Yeah. Correct.
Actually, that is having a relatively lesser syllabus.
Yes.
But for NITIE, sir, NITIE Mumbai.
Yes.
Which GATE score do they apply? Do they take really? Is it we have to have a GATE score of our branch only, or any paper is fine for them? I wanted to
see, when it comes to NITIE Mumbai, all right, and even in IITs or MTechs, when you look at interdisciplinary branches, okay, for example, environmental science in any IIT as well, it is interdisciplinary. So a lot of different branches are eligible. Let us say 6-7 branches are eligible. So over there, they are not going to look at gate rank or your gate marks. They look at gate score. So people don't understand what gate score is. So gate score is basically where you're standing in all, let us say 10 lakh people that appeared in all the streams, right? So it would be a little bit difficult to get a higher gate score in a branch where less people are appearing. So I don't know exactly the mathematics, but I'm sure they did their job to explain it on their website, what gate score is and how they calculate. But generally what we have seen, like even AEI branch, let us say AEI branch. So even getting a rank under 100 will not give you like a 800, 900 gate score. Okay. But it changes drastically when you are like under rank 5 or under rank 3, something like that, right? So that is how it goes. So even if it is lesser syllabus, I'll not be sure that it is the best way to get into NITIE Mumbai, right? But it might be a better way because less people know about it, right? So in that, if you perform well, then you can have a chance over
Because
there.
it is having only one subject that we study in civil engineering, sir.
Yeah.
Only one subject, that is environment,
Yeah.
and a little bit of maths.
Yeah. So you can look towards that as well. If you can perform very good over there, then it is good. For example, one person came on my podcast. He scored rank of under 10 in XC, something like that, right? So then again, he stands a great chance. It is a different thing that he got a rank of 18 in mechanical as well. But even if he did not, then he would have done great, right? He would have gotten admission in top universities. Yeah. So you can think like that also. Sometimes like thinking different is very important. Like I'm very happy the way that you are thinking, that okay, what to do if I'm not appearing in GATE civil engineering, thinking a little bit different. So a lot of times this rat race itself makes the task kind of impossible because everyone is doing it, right? And everyone has been doing it for the last 10 years. So it is so crowded, like people are now forced to think about other things as well, which is very possible. For example, the other option that I gave you, like PhD abroad, very few people will be thinking about that. Because of that, it is easier to do that, because all you have to do is think it differently. And maybe someday that will be crowded as well, then you have to think a little bit different. So it is not necessary that if it is difficult it is more prestigious, which is the false mentality that we have in India. If you look at what we want, ranks and all will not matter in 5 years. What matters is the kind of life or career that you have built, right? Yeah. So you can think like that as well. You can, if you want, you can appear in both, but then you have to cover more syllabus. And if you are working, it would be better for you to cover less syllabus and appear in environmental, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So keep it open, keep your eyes open. Yeah.
According to you, for doing masters or PhD, which country would be better, sir, for civil engineers?
Civil, I think United States would be best right now, because when
How about Germany, sir?
Germany is great when it comes to anything industrial or automobile, right? So it's a great place for mechanical engineers. Now, obviously, I'm not an expert in civil engineering, but I had one person, Parth Vijayvargiya, if you know that. He was a master's in civil engineering. He was on Momentum podcast. You should check that out if you have missed it out. Okay, so he's the perfect example for you. Parth Vijayvargiya, I think episode 40 or something like that. No, 40, not 40, 30 or something like that, 33, 34. Check it out. He has done his master's in civil engineering, something from Purdue University, and now he's settled. He's in core field over there in United States. Okay, so maybe you can drop a mail to him or drop a DM on Instagram. Maybe he can explain more, or he has a YouTube channel as well, so he can explain a lot over there. Check it out, right? Yeah. Right, so you have to find information like this. So like I said, according to mechanical engineer, I would say that Germany is great, but for you, you'll have to find the perfect place. For example, aerospace engineering, Germany is not the best. For that, France would be great. For that, Italy would be great. There's a university in Switzerland as well. So you'll have to find which is the best place for your field. Okay? Yeah.
And sir, like if we get into NITIE, sir, like how will be the placements over there and all? Because like by the time, in case if I am cracking next year, in case
placements are great actually.
In case if I get into NITIE, like I'll be having almost 5 to 6 years of gap. So how it would be for placements in NITIE? Do you have any idea?
See, number one, when you enter NITIE, before that there will be a PI, there will be a GD round. Okay, so in personal interview they see it very properly, the kind of person who will get placed in the placements. Otherwise they won't even take you, right? So if they are taking you, that means that they believe that you are going to get placed. Okay. And
so
that
if I'm getting into NITIE, it means that there is a almost 100% possibility that I will be into some kind of job.
Correct. Yeah. The worst time to be in NITIE Mumbai was the past few years because of the COVID situation, right? But even in that, I have few friends who were over there, got placed. One girl I know actually got placed in sales, Steel Authority. So that is a PSU. So they even place you in government jobs. Okay. So if you get in, obviously it is a tough job being over there for 2 years. But people start getting certainty about their job even in their second year itself, right? So it's
So
a
getting into NITIE itself is a
yeah.
big task.
Yes, you'll have to show that side of yourself, like management side, right? Because that is one of the very few places through GATE where you'll have to sit for GD and PI, where it really has good weightage. Okay, and they even give weightage to your 12th standard percentage, your BTech percentage. These are all
Yeah.
things they only look at because they want to
You
make
will see
sure.
the overall profile, like.
Yeah, because that's what the placements are going to look at, right? So that is why
Yeah.
they look at it at the entry point itself, because they have to have their own, like, this percentage of people get placed every year, these companies. So if you look at monetarily, you might not even earn as much in most cases, even if you do your MTech from ISC, than what you would be earning if you did
Yes,
your
sir. Yes, sir. I have
yeah.
heard that NITIE is like a hidden gem because
Hmm.
most of them
Yeah.
they neglect NITIE is what I've heard.
Yeah, they don't actually. Even since 2016, I've seen a lot of toppers leaving their PSUs or MTech to join NITI. That trend is kind of, that has been set already. But yeah, a lot of people are actually interested more towards research or core field. They are never going to look at NITI. Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing. Different people have different priorities. Simple.
Okay,
Right?
sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All
Thank you for
right.
your time.
Yeah. All the best.